The electric vehicle market is changing rapidly. BYD, a Chinese automaker, is making waves. They claim to have the world's fastest charging EVs. These cars are the Han L and Tang L. Imagine charging your EV in just 5 minutes. That's what BYD promises. They say you can get 250 miles of range in that short time. This sounds amazing. It could eliminate one of the biggest worries for EV drivers: range anxiety. BYD wants to make EV charging as fast and easy as filling up a gas tank. Their secret weapon is the Super E platform. This technology allows for incredibly fast charging speeds. But is it too good to be true? There are some important questions to consider. This technology could be revolutionary. Imagine a world where charging your EV is no longer a chore. You could stop at a charging station, grab a coffee, and be back on the road in minutes. This could be the future of electric driving. But before we get too excited, let's look at the challenges. BYD's Super E platform is designed to deliver unparalleled charging speeds. It uses a high-voltage architecture and advanced battery technology. The goal is to make range anxiety a thing of the past. But the reality of EV charging is more complex than just plugging in and waiting a few minutes. One crucial factor is the advertised range versus the real-world range. BYD claims a range of up to 435 miles for the Han L and Tang L. However, this is based on ideal conditions. In the real world, factors like weather, driving style, and road conditions can significantly impact range. Drivers might not achieve the advertised range in everyday use. Another challenge is the availability of charging infrastructure. BYD's 1000-volt architecture requires specialized, high-powered charging stations. These stations are not as common as standard EV chargers. This means finding a compatible charger could be difficult for BYD owners. The limited availability of these high-powered chargers could hinder the widespread adoption of BYD's fast-charging technology. BYD acknowledges the infrastructure challenge. They plan to install 4,000 high-powered charging stations in China. But what about the rest of the world? The global rollout of these stations is uncertain. This raises concerns for potential BYD buyers outside of China. Will they have access to the necessary charging infrastructure? Even if the infrastructure is in place, there are other concerns. One major concern is battery health. Ultra-fast charging generates a lot of heat. This heat can degrade EV batteries faster than standard charging. This means BYD owners might experience a faster decline in battery capacity over time. This could lead to reduced range and potentially costly battery replacements. Furthermore, the high power requirements of BYD's charging technology pose challenges for the existing electrical grid. These chargers need a lot of electricity. This could strain the grid, especially during peak hours. Upgrading the grid to handle these power demands would require significant investment. BYD's pursuit of ultra-fast charging is undoubtedly impressive. They are pushing the boundaries of EV technology. However, it's important to consider the practical limitations. The lack of widespread charging infrastructure, potential battery degradation, and grid constraints pose significant challenges. BYD's innovation is a step in the right direction. But it's too early to call it a game changer. The success of their technology depends on overcoming these hurdles. BYD needs to ensure the availability of charging infrastructure, address battery health concerns, and work towards grid compatibility. Despite the challenges, BYD's commitment to pushing the boundaries of EV technology is commendable. They are challenging the status quo and driving innovation in the industry. Only time will tell if their vision of 5-minute charging will become a reality for everyday drivers.